Hey, this is Brett. Imagine logging into the Roadie app only to find you've been locked out with all your trips canceled. It's happening more often than you think, and the reason lies in the fine print. No! Deep in the Roadie app's terms and conditions page, you'll find clauses that, if overlooked, can cost you gigs and get your account deactivated forever. You might think you're doing everything by the book, but have you really read through the terms? I went through almost 36 pages worth of legal text and discovered accounts can be paused for reasons a lot of drivers don't know about, like taking your kid with on deliveries or posting photos on social media. In today's video, I'm going to break it down for you and explain the driver actions that lead to unexpected cancellations, account lockouts, and share what you need to do to protect this source of income for yourself. If you appreciate this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps get this video out to more people who need this information. And if you've had a gig canceled or locked out for any reason, let me know in the comments section below so we can all learn what to look out for. Now let's get right into it. So one reason Roadie can suspend your account is ironically tied to the same motivation many of us got into the gig economy in the first place, including myself. You know, with the rising cost of living, raising a family, a lot of us, we're looking for extra income to make ends meet. That also fits into our schedule, right? And it can be tempting to bring your kids along for delivery if you don't have a babysitter. But bringing any minor along for deliveries is against the Roadie terms of service. Now, I know a lot of drivers do this and some don't even know it's an issue. And here's the thing, I really feel for some people's situations because the reality is not everybody has childcare. Just take a look at this post from a recent DoorDash delivery. The poster says, I recently had a delivery where a client delivered a large order. When I opened the door, she and her younger son, about 6, were bringing my groceries up. And I wondered why a child was doing DoorDash delivery, so I asked. The person that was delivering, she looked fearful, begging me not to complain about the child. Come to find out, she's a single mother, she has no support system, and has just recently lost her job, so she's joining DoorDash to make ends meet. This is a really tough situation, and it just goes to show you that you shouldn't be in any rush to judge anyone's personal situation. But the fact is, you could be shut down for doing this even if other people do it all the time. It only takes one instance to make it happen. Now, as you probably know, since you're in this space and you're watching this video, there are a ton of creators like Cars and Cribs, Your Driver Mike, that talk about the gig economy and the different courier apps that you can use. And you can find links to both of these in the resource section below if you haven't watched them before. I think they're both great.
We just had 2 orders canceled on us back to back on 2 different apps.
I'm driving here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on anything that I can, folks. Point Pickup, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. We got Spark, we got Flex Instant Offers.
I think this is a really good way to approach gig work if you can make money while delivering packages, while also building up some passive income as a content creator, making money with YouTube ads, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, things like that. That just seems smart to me. Why not try to turn gig work into a real business, right? And this is, you know, frankly, what I'm trying to do in this channel right now too, right? But you need to be really careful with what you post online when you're working on the Roadie platform. Just take a look under the content section of the terms and conditions page. Right here, you'll find text stating no user is granted any license or right therein and may not post or otherwise disclose on social media pages and feeds, whether or not Roadies, any content containing such media, and it will be deemed a material breach of these terms and conditions to do so. That's really tough to even read. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so I plugged this into ChatGPT, asked it what it meant in plain English, and here's what it came back with basically. This passage means that when you use Roadie for delivery services, any information you provide or receive during these services, like photos from trips and deliveries, is not considered part of the content you or Roadie can share publicly. You're not allowed to post these photos or related information on social media or anywhere else. If you do share this kind of information, it's considered a serious violation of Roadie's terms and conditions, and you could be banned for this. Now, personally, I have no idea if Roadie would enforce this or how strict they are about this policy, but it's written right there on their website. And as you know, there are tons of people posting their earnings online. They're taking screenshots of routes, and most people, you know, they seem to be fine with this. So this could be something that's not enforced very much. But the fact is, I'd think twice about posting anything negative or anything that puts the company in a bad light. You might be perfectly happy with Roadie right now, but what if their compensation plan changes? Probably going to happen at some point. What if a gig is unfairly canceled and you go on social media and you decide to vent about it and just go wild? Just know you could be be potentially shut down for this, for using delivery photos or pictures, or, you know, going off on some crazy rant when you share these online. So bottom line, you've been warned. Next up, this can be a rookie mistake, but a lot of people still do it, and you put yourself at risk by having a delivery canceled. And if it happens too regularly, your delivery metrics, they're going to be impacted. Now, when you make a delivery, Roadie is of course looking for photos that include the location details and package in the same image like the examples on this page. Now, this is easier said than done. Sometimes, as you know, like when a house number might not be posted prominently in front of the door, or if the delivery is located somewhere rural and the house numbers, they aren't as prominent as in the city, right? You know, delivering to apartments, they can be a little bit tricky too. And again, as you probably know, it's against Roadie's terms and conditions to bring things upstairs, downstairs. You're not allowed to take a package to the third floor of an apartment. So, you know, how do you get the photo apartment number when you can't go up to the third floor of the apartment? Here's a unique situation where someone had their gig canceled that didn't provide enough information in the photo. Now, the driver says he delivered 40 bags of product, but the customer said that there were only 20 bags dropped off. And unfortunately, the delivery image provided couldn't prove there were 40 bags handed off to the customer. If you ended up in a situation where it's your word against the customer's and you don't have proof, you know, frankly, you could get screwed out of a payment and potentially be removed from the platform, even if you've got a really stellar delivery history. Now, Roadie gives tips on taking a photo when the house number isn't available. They suggest taking a picture that includes, you know, front porch decor, welcome mats with a wide angle shot. But, you know, sometimes there's challenges with making this happen that you just can't anticipate. Foggy weather, something like that. So bottom line, be really diligent with this one. Make sure you can prove that you completed a gig with photos. If you had to deliver 5 items, make sure all 5 packages are clearly visible in the photo, so there's no question whether or not you get paid. Now, here's some other reasons that I found you could be removed from the Roadie app that I think every driver needs to know about. Pets. Roadie says that drivers are not allowed to have any animals in their delivery vehicle, including service animals in some instances, unless you get a formal exemption. So don't bring Fido along to keep you company while making Roadie deliveries, I guess. Background checks. There are numerous reports stating they've been removed from Roadie following a background check, even if they did it for a while. If you're worried about this, just make sure to understand what's on your record before applying so that there aren't any surprises. Another reason you could get removed from a gig is by making multiple stops en route to a drop-off point. Roadie might think that you are trying to make multiple stops on the way to a location, which they don't like. It's against their terms and conditions too. Even stopping off for gas in some instances has been an issue if it looks like you remained in place too long. So just make sure to fill up with gas, plan out your route before starting to take any deliveries. Of course, the Roadie app doesn't always get things perfect either. You know, you've probably had issues where you got flagged maybe for being in bad traffic. Other times there can be glitches in the system, mess up deliveries, and there's not much you can really do about those technical issues except for, you know, try to work it through with support. And now I get it, we're all busy, but if you do use the Roadie app as a regular source of income, I do recommend checking out the terms and conditions page. I've included a link to it in the resources box below, so you can read it over the weekend before you go to sleep, that sort of thing. It may not be the most exciting document you read this week, but you are protecting your ability to earn and making sure you aren't blindsided financially by doing things that, frankly, I think it's safe to say a good number of drivers don't know that they are doing wrong right now. Do you know of any drivers that had their accounts locked, their gigs canceled? Let me know about your experience in the comments below. I'm a small channel and can respond to all legitimate comments. And if you're serious about starting your own side hustle this year, check out my database of 102 ideas in the resource box below this video. Access to the database is free and gives you side hustle ideas with revenue numbers and startup costs for each business. This includes revenue from solo-founded business opportunities you might not know about, like parking lot cleaning, towing, junk removal, auto detailing, online businesses, and more. If you're looking for a new business idea, sign up below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.